Hey everyone, it is Michelle with the digital team at 143vinyl.com, and I'm going to talk about quality images today. And I know I've talked about this before, and I have done a video on this before. However, I want to go over it again, but kind of in a different way. So I'm going to look up, it's not what I wanted to put, I wanted to put SVG dump is what I wanted. There's a lot of people, there's 387,000 people in this group, so you know there's a lot of images in this group. So when I go to this group, I'm gonna take trying to find something. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one. Alright, so I love this. Maybe because I'm a mom and a grandma, but I love this. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to keep this image. I'm not going to change the name. I'm not going to do anything with it. And because I know that it probably has a background, I'm going to go up here to remove BG because that's the website everybody recommends, and I'm going to upload my image in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit download right here. Now I want you to see right here 463 by 539 pixels. Okay, I'm going to download it because I removed the background, my image is good to go, I'm ready to go. I don't notice here that I actually lost part of this image with removing the background. I don't notice that. I don't see it. But I can tell you that it did lose some of the image. It lost some in some of these letters. So anyway, I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to go over to 143 vinyl because I want to put this on a shirt. It's going to be amazing, and I can show everybody that I rock at this title. So we're going to do an extra large, and I'm going to choose my image, and it's going to be this one right here that doesn't have a background, and that's how it comes in. That's a 1.5 image. But I need it to fit a 12 by 12, right? So I'm just gonna size this up here to where I need it. Oh, maybe that was a little bit too much. Size it up here and save my project. But to me, you know, this image looks fine. It looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Here's the first thing. Remember, remove BG told us this was 463 by 539, and that's exactly what our layout designer tells you. That's how many pixels is in the image. That is why, let me turn this off and bring this image in again. That's why this image came in so small. This right here is the actual size of your image. When you take that image and you stretch it like this, you can't do that. This is exactly what you would get if we didn't quality check your images. And we make these tutorials so that you guys can try to edit your own images so that your order doesn't take as long. So I have this here, but maybe I realize that it's not quite right? So I notice it says worn down here. It says worn because it needs 3600 pixels. And my image doesn't even have 600 pixels. So I know what I can do. So I'm going to go over to Canva, and I'm going to create a design, and I'm going to do a custom size of 12 by 12, create new design, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my uploads, and I'm going to upload a file. I'm going to upload this one right here that I just did, and I'm going to put it here, okay? And I'm going to stretch this image out. This image also needs to be trimmed because part of those pixels includes all this dead space around here. I'm going to click share and download, and I needed to have a transparent background, and I have Pro, so I can do that. 2000 pixels. Okay, so this says it needs 3600 pixels. So I'm going to just take this slider bar up to 3750 because that'll cover me, and I'm going to download it. Okay, so I have my new design. I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to turn this one off, and I'm going to choose another image and go to the one from Canva. Boom. Okay, now do you see this? There's plenty of pixels there, at least it thinks there is, because it says my image is 3750 pixels, and I have a perfect score, so we can save it and be done. However, look at this image, okay, and I'm going to turn this one off and turn the other one back on, and look at that image. These two images, and if I put them side by side, they look no different, right? But according to the layout designer, it's fine. This is what you call a false perfect. It's because you or whomever took this image into a program like Canva and just saved it at the number of pixels that it needs to be. But the problem with doing that is you didn't actually add the pixels to the image. All you did was save it. You didn't add the pixels that it needs to that image. So, not only that, you have dead space, not a whole lot, but you have a little bit around here. So, what you can do, now I definitely don't suggest pulling images from Facebook, because if you look at your properties, it saved it as a JPEG, and then dimensions. The width 515 pixels and the height is 600 pixels. Now remember, you took this image directly from Facebook at 515 by 600 pixels, and when you brought it to remove BG, it lowered the quality of your image. Think about that for a minute. You removed a background and it lowered the quality of your image. Even the HD is still a lower quality. So if you go over here to Photopea, I'm going to take this same image and I'm going to bring the original into Photopea, and I'm going to go to select, remove BG. Okay, Photopea isn't fail-proof. It's not. It's not. However, this is an example of why you should not use images you pull either from Google, Facebook, if somebody sends you, whatever the case may be. But if I wanted to save this as is, I'm going to export it as a PNG, 515 by 600. That is the original size of the image. It didn't lower it like Remove BG did. Normally, Photopea works, which tells me this image probably has some transparency in the word grandma. So, let's talk about how we can make this not be a false perfect. I've never tried this before with a Facebook image, so we're going to have to see if it works. I'm going to go to pixelcut.ai. I'm going to go to tools. You don't have to create an account. You don't have to log in. You can go right to tools, and you want to do image upscaler. That's what it's called when you have to add pixels to an image to get it to the size that it needs to be. You're upscaling it. So I'm going to go to image upscaler, and I like to drop images. I like to drag and drop. It already looks 100 times better that quick. And it upscaled it to 1030 by 1200 pixels. I'm going to take it one more time and go up 4 times. That brings it up to 2060 pixels by 2400 pixels. Even though I need it to be bigger than that, I'm going to go with this. And I'm going to download this image. So we're going to come in here, we're going to choose the image. And it's fine that it has a background. See how much bigger it came in? It's still not the size that I need it to be. It's still not where I need it to be. However, it's much, much bigger than it was, because the first one from Remove BG is that size. And this one, 2000 pixels needed 2062 pixels. Now I could probably delete. If I go down to a size, let's go down to a size medium. Small medium. But this is also why you shouldn't pull images, because when you start off with only 463 images or the 500 that it originally was, it's hard to continuously upscale it to get it to where you need it to be. So I'm just gonna do this here. Let's just say, let me put this on dark mode, it's easier. I know that the super amazing digital team at 143 will take care of this background for me. So I'm going to leave it on the background. I'm going to move it up just a tad so that bottom line is there. And there we go. Look at the difference with this image. And what I did was not that hard. It was not that hard at all. Not at all. Now, let's try to use this same image over here in Remove BG and see what happens. 463 pixels. 463 by 539. So even though I upscaled this to 2060 pixels by 2400 pixels, the minute I took it over here, it dropped the quality completely. Unless you do this one. But you have to create an account, sign up, and I'm not sure how it works because I don't use Remove BG. I don't know if you have to pay. But the free version, 463 pixels. Let's go ahead and download it. And we're going to take, it's the last download I had, right? And we're going to add it here. Last one. There's our image. Now if I take it and upscale it, look what happens, or not upscale it, but make it bigger because I need it bigger. See what happens? See that quality? The quality is lost again. So this is a major reason we prefer that you use Photopea. Oh, there we go. See, it let me, see there's still transparency in here somewhere. So there needs to be hardening done on this, because this right here, when we send this to print, will come out white behind it. So there's some type of transparency, and you notice it's not as bad as the last time. So it has to do with upscaling and adding more pixels, which would probably help this come up to where it needs to be. But you see the quality, and when I go to export this as a PNG, 2060 by 2400, I don't lose my quality, and you can see the quality is still there. This is why we don't suggest using this website. This is why I don't suggest you get images from here. If it looks like this on Facebook, it's going to look like that on your print. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them below, and I will do everything I can to answer them. Have a great day.